Today, we're diving into a really powerful way to look at marriage. How to transform it from a place of tension into a partnership that's not just surviving, but actually thriving with intimacy. The idea isn't just to get by, but to build something truly beautiful. So, let's jump right in.
And we're going to start with a question that gets right to the heart of everything. Seriously, take a second and ask yourself this. Are you treating your marriage as an entitlement or as a privilege? How you answer that one question, well, that's really the key to unlocking its full potential. And this lays out the two paths so clearly. On one hand, you've got that entitlement mentality. You know the one. It's driven by our more selfish side, thinking, I earned this, which of course leads to keeping score and feeling resentful. But on the other side, there's the privilege mindset. This one sees marriage as a total gift, and that naturally leads to gratitude, a desire to serve, and forgiving quickly.
And this verse, right here, is the foundation for that privilege mindset. It all boils down to one word: humility. It's about making a conscious choice to value your partner above yourself. It's a complete flip from what am I getting out of this to what can I give?
So here's the game changer. When you really adopt that privilege mindset, your whole perspective on challenges just shifts. Those disagreements and letdowns, they're no longer seen as attacks or proof of failure. Instead, they become these incredible opportunities for grace to show up and for your love to actually get deeper and stronger.
Okay, so we've got the mindset down. But what does this actually look like in real life? Well, before you can even work on the partnership, the focus has to turn inward. This next part is all about the refining fire within, and the core idea is that marriage is designed to make you better, not to make you miserable.
And let's be real about it, the source material doesn't pull any punches here. It states it plainly. Marriage is going to be hard on your flesh, that part of you that's selfish, impatient, and wants its own way.
And here's exactly what that means. Marriage basically holds up a mirror and forces you to face all the stuff we'd rather ignore. Our pride, our impatience, that deep-rooted selfishness, the constant need to be right, and, oh yeah, our ego and our desire to be in control. It's a direct challenge to all of it, which brings us to this powerful metaphor, the refining fire. The idea is that these challenges aren't just random struggles. They're actually part of a process designed to purify our character. It's when we resist that process, when we cling to our pride, that marriage starts to feel like a battlefield instead of a blessing.
And a huge part of this inner work is dealing with your own history. Because any unhealed wounds or baggage you're still carrying, it will absolutely poison your marriage right now. You just can't build a healthy future together on a wounded foundation.
All right, so once you start doing that inner work, the focus kind of shifts outward to the practical things you can do. This section introduces another amazing metaphor, thinking of your marriage as a garden. And just like any garden, you are going to reap exactly what you sow.
And this quote from Galatians just nails it. It reminds us that a great marriage doesn't just happen by accident. It takes intentional, consistent work. But it comes with a promise. If you keep sowing good things and don't give up, eventually you will see a beautiful harvest.
So how exactly do you tend this garden? Well, it's pretty straightforward. First, you have to water it with intentional communication. Then, you fertilize the soil with constant forgiveness. And finally, you have to prune it, make it stronger, by working through those tough seasons of testing together.
I absolutely love this next idea because it's such a game changer for conflict. Instead of seeing a misunderstanding as a big failure or a personal attack, what if you saw it as an invitation? An invitation to get curious and to become a student of your partner, to learn more about how they think and feel.
So, what's the game plan for when those misunderstandings pop up? Well, here it is. It's a simple but incredibly profound formula. Listen first, think before you speak, and put the brakes on anger. Because let's face it, our own anger rarely gets us the good results we're actually hoping for. Okay, let's zoom out for a second, because this whole thing is bigger than just two people in a house. A marriage covenant is meant to be a legacy, something that has a ripple effect for generations to come. And that leads us to this really thought-provoking question about the role of community in your marriage. Ask yourself, is your marriage private or is it secret? Because believe me, there is a huge difference between the two. And this breaks down that critical difference perfectly. A private marriage is wise. It's about protecting the special intimacy you share and honoring your spouse. But a secret marriage, that's where folly lies. It's about hiding dysfunction, which lets wounds fester and ultimately leads to feeling completely isolated. So the big takeaway here is that reaching out for help, whether it's to counselors or a mentor couple you trust, that is not a sign of failure. It's the exact opposite. It's a sign of wisdom, of humility, and it's a way to fight the pride that can really tear a relationship apart.
Now let's talk about another vital piece of the puzzle: intimacy. What this shows us is that true, deep intimacy is made of two equally important parts. Yes, there's sexual intimacy, but there's also non-sexual intimacy. And here's the thing, one really can't thrive without the other.
And this isn't complicated stuff, right? Look at these examples of non-sexual intimacy. It's the everyday things. Praying together, holding hands, taking a walk, having real conversations, being silly and playful. These are the small actions that build a strong foundation for everything else.
And this quote brings us right back to that powerful idea of legacy. The inheritance we leave behind isn't just about money or property. One of the greatest inheritances you can give is the example of a healthy, loving, committed relationship.
And for all the parents listening, this one is huge. Your kids do not need to see a perfect marriage with no conflict. What's so much more powerful is for them to see you disagree, and then to see you work through it, to see you reconcile, forgive, and come back together in unity. That's the real lesson.
So we'll wrap up with one last question that kind of brings it all home. It pulls together the mindsets, the refining fire, the garden, all of it. And it's a simple, personal challenge for you, right now. It's not about fixing everything at once. It's just this: what one seed will you sow in your marriage today?